In the aftermath of the attack, the city of New Orleans is facing a blood shortage. Our Gage Golding is in New Orleans, not far from Bourbon Street, where he's speaking with folks about the dire effort to get blood to these victims. He is joining us now live from Louisiana. Gage.
Yeah, hey, after these tragedies, this is one of the most important tools for those that are fighting for their lives in the hospital. We know that there are at least 30 people injured in this mass killing here, and you can see we're just 8 minutes away from Bourbon Street, but there are dozens and dozens and dozens of people that will be waiting for quite some time, but they say it is worth the wait because they can come here and give what is that most important tool. We're at the Blood Center. This is President and CEO of the Blood Center, Billy Wheels. Thank you so much for having us, and I mean, just seeing how many people are here, this is amazing. In your words, were you expecting this?
No, we did not expect this kind of turnout. No, we haven't seen anything like this since 9/11.
It's been that long.
It's been that long.
And I mean, you see how many people are here. Those that are at the back of the line now, I mean, how long could they be waiting in order to donate blood?
They could be waiting quite a while. We're actually in the process of setting up outdoor screening booths so we can go ahead and start screening these donors, and that way, once they're screened, we can get them in and do the phlebotomy quicker and get them processed faster.
Because, I mean, donating blood, you were telling me earlier, it only takes about 15 minutes from the needle in, needle out, right?
Correct.
So it's a quicker process, but it's all of the paperwork and making sure they qualify that can take some time.
Exactly. There's a medical history questionnaire that we have to go through the questions with them again. So that all takes time, asking the questions, make sure that they qualify. Then once we get them on a bed, it's a needle in, needle out, 15 minutes.
How important does blood and blood transfusions play when it comes to life-saving, especially in mass trauma situations?
It's huge. Again, we're not completely sure at this point exactly what the end result's going to be as far as usage is concerned with these patients, but at the same time, there's still surgeries going on with a lot of these patients. We don't know all of the information. We don't get a lot of that information from the hospitals. We do know when they call and say this is what we need, we got to be ready to get it.
You call for an emergency blood drive. Is there a shortage of blood right now in New Orleans?
Our supplies have been down. We normally try to keep a 3 to 4 day supply. We've been at about 1 to 1.5 days, primarily due to the holiday season. It's the time of year. There's always traditionally shortages. You have schools out, you have people busy doing other things. So quite honestly, people are not interested in donating blood during the holiday season.
And I want to make it clear, it's not like there's a pipeline from these mobile buses straight to the hospital and the blood's fresh and clean, ready to use it. There's a turnover time. So this happened already more than 24 hours ago. And from the time people are donating right now, when is the very earliest that this blood would be available for use?
48 hours. We have to have the units tested. And again, it's at least 48 hours before the units are available, labeled, ready to go to the hospital. Minimum 48 hours.
Speaking to our friends in Houston right now, they're not able to really make that 5.5-hour drive to donate here. But is there something that Houstonians can do, or are you working with the blood centers in Houston?
Yes, and Houstonians should turn out and support their local blood center there. Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center has actually reached out and asked if we needed support. At this rate, I think we're going to be fine here, but I would ask the people of Houston to do the same for their local community. Because quite honestly, blood is something that can't be manufactured, and the rarest blood is the blood that's available at the time you need it.
And what time will you be here taking donations still?
We are scheduled to shut down at 5 o'clock. At this rate, I don't see that happening.
That's a good problem to have.
That's a great problem to have.
Mr. Wheels, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Again, I just want to show you how far this line goes back. Can you see? It's wrapped around, and then there's people actually at the check-in table that are still waiting. So there are a lot of people here. And like I said, that is a really, really good problem to have. People here in New Orleans are coming out to support. I said, why come out? Remember, this isn't a weekday. People have jobs, they're working, they have kids, it's the whole nine. I said, why come out? They said, this is the least we can do. This is the right thing to do. That way they can come out and support their community. It's a great thing, and this is how great communities can overcome tragedies. Live in New Orleans, Gage Golding, KPRC 2 News.